Naylor clobbers one deep to center. Merrill on the run, and this one's gone. Josh Naylor sends one out of here.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Will Leach. Today is Friday, July 25th, and my business is to tell you everything you need to know about baseball in under 10 minutes. And I gotta tell you, business, it's a booming. And guess what? We even get to start our podcast with a trade.
High fly ball way back. Josh Naylor all the way to the wall, and it's a walk-off grand slam.
The Seattle Mariners came into Thursday holding the second wild card spot in the American League and with, according to Fangraphs, 71.5% odds of reaching the postseason. That's to say they are, as we like to say in the trade deadline game, a buyer. And on Thursday night, that's exactly what they did, trading a couple of pitching prospects to the Arizona Diamondbacks for first baseman Josh Naylor. Naylor has 11 homers and 11 steals for the Diamondbacks this year, and he'll fill in very nicely at first base for a team that, even with Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, and Randy Arozarena, needs all the offense it can get. He has a .360 OBP this year, a career high for him, and that's actually better than everyone on the Mariners not named Cal Raleigh. It's not like anybody necessarily thought otherwise, but it's now clear the Mariners are going for it. The Diamondbacks, on the other hand, well, in the words of Tobias Funke, we're having a fire sale. Naylor is one of 4 pending free agents the Diamondbacks have signaled they would likely trade, which means their phones are about to be ringing off the hook for Merrill Kelly, Zach Gallen, and especially Eugenio Suarez. Deadline season, it has begun.
The 4th time that Barger has been intentionally walked. So now if you're Ernie, you want to make him pay for their decision.
Absolutely.
Well hit ball to deep left, and he made him pay. Ernie Clement got every bit of it.
Did you realize how close the race for the top seed in the American League has gotten? We all thought the Tigers had it wrapped up a couple of weeks ago, but out of nowhere, the Tigers ship be sinking. To the point that, heading into Thursday, the Astros and Blue Jays were actually a half game up on them for the best record in the American League. And in a manner that's narratively convenient for anyone who might be putting together a daily baseball podcast, the Jays and Tigers actually started a 4-game series at Comerica Park on Thursday night. And I gotta say, the ship still be sinking. Ernie Clement homered and had 4 RBIs. Eric Lauer gave up just 1 run in 8 innings, and the Jays, who came into the 6th inning down 1-0, rattled off 11 unanswered runs as they pummeled the Tigers 11-4. Tigers have now lost 10 of their last 11 games. Perhaps even more alarming, they've been outscored by 47 runs, 77-30, over that span. If you have any answers, Tigers manager AJ Hinch would love to hear them.
When one bad thing happens, the dam breaks. And that's what happens over 2 weeks. It's been 11 days. We're back at it again tomorrow, and we can choose to bring that garbage into tomorrow, or we can, reset and get back after it.
So, how about the Astros?
1-2, high drive to deep left. You can kiss that ball goodbye.
Come you, Louis, liftoff.
Well, they've been one of the most surprising teams in baseball this year, particularly when you consider how they've been basically ravaged by injuries. And they came into Thursday on a 4-game win streak and primed to keep the run going with a 7-game homestand against the A's and the Nationals. But, that's why they play the games. Luis Severino, happy as always, be pitching a road game, struck out 8 in 7 innings as the A's got that Astros homestand off to a slow start with a 5-2 win in Houston. That leaves the Jays alone with the best record in the AL at the end of the night. And the trade deadline is less than a week away. After the break, a baseball lifer says goodbye.
Welcome back, Jesse Chavez. He is the most popular long reliever I have ever seen or heard of in Major League history. Swing and a miss, he struck him out.
Chavez, a scoreless 8th inning.
Welcome back.
The thing about baseball is that if you're not careful, you'll look up and realize, I'll be darned, I've been playing this game my whole freaking life. Let's give some serious love today to the great long reliever Jesse Chavez, who, after 18 seasons pitching for 9 different teams, announced his retirement on Thursday on the Foul Territory show. Chavez, who is 41, an age I'd like to point out is not actually old, was released by the Braves last week, a team he has pitched for 3 separate times in his career, including pitching 7 scoreless postseason innings for the 2021 World Series champs. He pitched in 657 games and was drafted in the 42nd round by the Rangers back in 2002, which is 2 years before Roman Anthony was born. Chavez is widely considered the most traded player in MLB history. He was traded 10 times as part of trades, including players like Raisel Iglesias, Rick Ankiel, Akinora Iwamura, Liam Hendricks, and Kyle Farnsworth. The first MLB batter Chavez faced was the Cubs' Mark DeRosa on August 27, 2008. He flew out to right. And the last was the Cardinals' Alec Burleson on July 13, 2025. He hit a single. Chavez told Foul Territory that, quote, "I always said I wanted to go out the way I came in, being able to roll out of bed and throw a baseball." Well, you sure did that, Jesse. Happy trails. There were only 5 games on Thursday night, and we've already talked about 2 of them, which means we should have all the time in the world for the last 3. So I guess I can go real slow for the whip around, right? And how am I going to fill all this time? Hey, maybe I'll calculate pi. 3.141592653. Anyway, those 3 games. First, the Orioles shook off 2 Stephen Kwan homers and got 2 1/3 scoreless innings in relief of winning pitcher Charlie Morton as they beat the Guardians 4-3. Now, I noted those scoreless bullpen innings because the Orioles got some bad news on Thursday. Felix Bautista, their best reliever and potentially a big trade chip, hit the injured list with, quote, right shoulder discomfort, which is a big problem because that's the shoulder he uses to throw baseballs with. He is now the 26th Orioles player to spend time on the IL this year. I feel like I just pulled a hammy telling you all that. After a miserable series in Colorado this week, the Cardinals welcomed the Padres to St. Louis for the first game of a 4-game series that, if the Cardinals are going to avoid putting up a for sale sign outside Busch Stadium, they probably need to sweep. So far, so good. Ivan Herrera, Wilson Contreras, and Brendan Donovan all homered as the Cardinals won Game 1 of their series over the Padres 9-7. Yu Darvish gave up 8 of those 9 runs, by the way. His ERA is up to 9.18. And in the night's final result, Randy Arozarena decided he wasn't going to spend his evening waiting around for Josh Naylor to show up.
He whacks this ball down the left field line, and it disappears! An absolute rocket by Randy Arozarena!
Arozarena's 2-run homer in the 5th gave the Mariners a lead they would never relinquish as the M's beat the Angels 4-2. They're now only 5 games behind the Astros in the AL West if you're keeping track of such things, and you should. The standings are how we know who makes the playoffs. It's that special weekend in Cooperstown. On Sunday, CC Sabathia, Ichiro Suzuki, Billy Wagner, and the late Dick Allen and Dave Parker will all be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. You can watch the ceremonies on MLB Network or stream them live at ballhall.org at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to bet Ichiro says something pretty awesome. That's all for today's Morning Lineup Podcast. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to give us a rating and review and tell everyone you know about this podcast. Mandy Bell will be with you on Monday morning. I shall return in exactly 1 week to recap the trade deadline, which will have just happened. Whoa, that's soon. I'll see you then.